hardly filmed at all today. I spent the entire morning doing like yucky cleaning. So bathrooms, the kitchen sink, the stovetop, you know, like all that kind of stuff, like the hardcore cleaning. And I did not really feel like sharing that with everyone. I honestly was just trying to power through my to-do list this morning, so I didn't feel like taking the time to set up the camera and stuff. So I thought I'm just going to power through because I'm actually waiting. My sister's going to be coming here, and we are going to be making wreaths. Finally! It's beautiful out today, which it wasn't even supposed to be sunny today, but it is. It's sunny, and I think it's in the 40s. So that is perfect weather for this time of year to be outside doing stuff. So we're gonna gather up we have various different pine trees on our property. We have holly bushes. We have a mulberry tree that it currently has a lot of the red berries on it, and also boxwood. I also have a humongous boxwood shrub that I didn't really prune much. I usually cut that back twice a year, and I didn't do a real like I didn't cut it back a whole lot in the fall, so there's plenty to take off of that as well. And we're just gonna see what we come up with, but I'm glad that it's a nice day for us to finally be able to do some wreath making. Okay, my sister has arrived. What do you have for me, Ashley? This is a gift for the I Love Winter Club. The I Love Winter Club. So let me explain this. Okay, so over the summer, actually, I think it's when we were closing the pool at Mom and Dad's,
that's when it was.
So when we were closing the pool at Mom and Dad's, Ashley's probably the least affected by the gloomy days out of the three sisters, wouldn't you say, Ashley?
Oh, yeah.
So my sister April and I are highly affected by it. And so I suggested that we should start an I Love Winter Club.
AKA, I really hate Winter Club, but I'm going to say I love winter.
Yeah. Okay, so that, I'm not supposed to get Lily in there. So anyway, that is what I said. We should have an I Love Winter Club and pretend like we really love winter, and we could get each other like little gifts and get together and have coffee and just try to make the best of it. So now we have an I Love Winter Club, and this is apparently a gift for me from Ashley.
I actually bought it for myself, and then I realized that I didn't want it anymore.
So I benefit. It's
So,
okay.
yeah.
I'll take it. We do that. The three of us do that.
Yeah.
We'll get stuff for ourselves, and then we'll be like, oh, maybe one of the other sisters will want it, so we don't have to ship it back or return it. So, okay, you ready to do this?
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, Ashley got her arrangement done. That looks cute. And it was free because we had everything.
Yes.
Well, you bought those little red things. They were 99 cents a piece, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So if you're doing, if you're doing outside arrangements, or you want to have a prettier wreath, just add real stuff if you have access to it. I know not everyone does, but if you have access to real stuff, just cut some of it off and put it into a pot, or tuck it into a wreath that you have as the base, and you can make it look real. So let's have a little chat, shall we? I just finished up outside, so I would have shown you guys clips of our wreaths and our little arrangements, outdoor arrangements. So I came in and I made myself a cup of the stash tea, Christmas in Paris. I'm a little crooked here. There we go. And after I posted that, several of you said that you also enjoy this particular blend. And I put just a little bit of honey, and then sometimes I put a little bit of almond milk, and sometimes I just drink it with just the honey. Today I put a little bit of almond milk. I also want to share this other little treat. For those of you, so I showed the Goody Girl cookies yesterday, and you guys, a couple of you had said that you have celiacs and that you also can't have gluten. And so this is for those of you who cannot have, well, this doesn't have gluten, but it also does not have wheat, or I'm sorry, dairy, because I also can't have dairy. These are the Unreal, and this tastes like an Almond Joy is essentially what it tastes like. But the chocolate does not have dairy in it, because most chocolate has dairy in it. Most like candy bar chocolate. If you get the really dark chocolate, which I like, that is typically non-dairy. But I found these at Costco. And I know they make them in other flavors. They have a peanut butter cup one, but of course I don't get those here quite yet. One day we will. And I have heard from my sister that those are really good. But I enjoy this because I do like the Almond Joy candy bars. Or I guess it's not Almond Joy because these don't have almonds. It's the Mounds. That's what they are. So yeah, I got my Christmas in Paris tea and my Unreal coconut chocolate candy. But I wanted to show a couple things, share a couple of like Christmassy things with you as far as handmade items. And so we put our tree up and decorated it the day after Thanksgiving. And I knew I had knitted a bunch of little mitten ornaments last year, and I could not find them. And what I need to do is just to get a special little box just to put the handmade items in, like the handmade ornaments. We have a lot of vintage and handmade. That's what I like. When I go to thrift stores and stuff, I always look for vintagey looking ornaments. And but I also like to make a handmade ornament. Actually, that's a lie. I usually make multiple handmade ornaments every Christmas. And I knew I had made these mittens, but I could not find them anywhere. Well, I found them yesterday. Something was just telling me to look I have a little wooden bowl that sits on top of my dresser in our bedroom. And I have had like several skeins of letlopi just laying in that bowl. And I vaguely remembered putting the mittens in there last year. And sure enough, that's where they were. I would have probably shared these. I'm almost certain I shared about these last year on Vlogmas. But I have a lot of new viewers now. So I wanted to show them again because they're so adorable and they're so easy and quick to make. This is my favorite because I love the blues and greens in it. For all of these, I held fingering weight double. And then the cuff is just a worsted weight wool yarn that I had. So let me show you. And this is the last one. And then for the cord, I just did a crocheted chain. You could also do an I-cord as well, a knitted I-cord. But these were so fun to make, and they're so cute. Hold on, let me get them all. Just adorable. Just love them. Love them. I love them so much. I'm going to try to locate the pattern that I used to make these, and if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box below. However, there, I'm sure, are multiple patterns to make mittens. I'm pretty sure this was a free pattern. So I will look and see if I can find that pattern. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is just a little update on my Christmas socks. So I'm going so much more quickly through these than I thought I was going to. So I'm already starting, I'm doing the gusset decreases here on the foot. I'm loving this yarn so much. It's so fun. I love self-striping yarn. I don't typically buy self-striping yarn because it is quite pricier. But Tiny Human Knits, I got this on a second sell, so there's something that she didn't quite like about this particular self-striping. So she does that. I don't know how often she does it, but I've seen her do it several times. And I've actually bought from her second sale twice. So this was one of the times I got off of her second sale, and it was so deeply discounted. And I think they're perfect. I can't see any mistakes. I don't know. And then, so I have that on the first one, and then I cast on the second one. I did this, I knitted all of this in church yesterday. I do knit in church, only simple things. Actually only socks because they're simple and they're small. And I just sit there and I knit, and I can pay attention and listen and everything. And I can even take notes when I want to. But yeah, I got the whole ribbing done and just added in and started doing the self-striping yarn. So those are done, or those are going well. I've made a lot of progress on them, much to my surprise. One more thing I want to show you, and it just got delivered by the postman today. Knit Picks had their big 25% off sale a couple of weeks ago, and I ordered a little bit of yarn from there because I want, so what I ordered is actually quite boring. I ordered 5 skeins of this Bear yarn. It's the Muse fingering weight. It's 75-25 superwash. And the reason I ordered this is because I want to make probably the cozy comfort throw. And I had talked about that in my Scrappy episode right before Advent started. So I got 5 skeins of that because for that pattern, you hold your fingering weights minis with a skein of fingering weight. Like you have the same color that you carry throughout the whole entire blanket, and then you're just changing out the colors of the minis. So I ordered 5 skeins for that. I don't even know if that's going to be enough, but I thought it's a good start. It'll get me started. So I think that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. What am I going to do? What am I going to do today for the rest of the day? So it's 3:30. I got so much stuff done this morning. It feels so fantastic to have been so productive. And I was actually really tired this morning. I was tired all day until I went out and went outside, and the sun and the fresh air. And I'm not surprised by that. You know, nature is wonderful. Fresh air is wonderful for that. The sun is wonderful for that. So I think I might just let myself sit down for the next 45 minutes and knit, and then I'll have to start dinner. But I think that I'm just going to treat myself to that little bit of knitting and either listen to my audiobook or watch some Vlogmases. Getting ready to take a night drive.
I haven't done this for a long time.
We haven't.
Since like,
I don't know, summer?
yeah,
A night drive? We haven't really even taken drives. because she has her license now, so she doesn't need mommy to drive with her.